According to the Department of Justice, elder abuse remains a pressing issue in the United States, with 10% of adults over 60 experiencing some form of abuse each year. Shockingly, only 1 out of 24 cases is reported, making elder abuse one of the most under-acknowledged public health threats. To shed light on the prevention and support system in the Commonwealth and locally, municipal producer Yu Xiaowen talked to Rachel Lerner, director of the Center for the Prevention of Elder Abuse and Neglect at Hebrew Senior Life, and Latanya Steele, director of Needham's Aging Services.
The types of elder abuse include physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, financial exploitation, neglect, and abandonment. Among these, financial exploitation, particularly call scams, stands out as the most commonly reported type of abuse.
Seniors are very trusting and want to help individuals out, and that's why I think they have become very vulnerable.
Many of them are retirees. They have time on their hands. Some of them have resources, financial resources that they don't necessarily safeguard, or they don't know, where to put that money. Some are hard of hearing and may not want to ask someone to repeat themselves or ask questions in a way that may seem like they're not following what's going on. Seniors can be isolated, particularly as we have been through COVID times, and isolation is a really big risk factor for being taken advantage of.
Lerner advises seniors to take a step back when receiving suspicious calls, texts, or emails.
The primary thing is to not be afraid or reluctant to ask questions, to really ask someone to slow down.
She shared a personal story about her mother's experience with a scammer posing as her cable provider.
My mom thought, this sounded good, but a little unusual, maybe, too good to be true. She took it upon herself to go to the Comcast customer service phone number. She called them. She was put on hold for quite a while, but she persevered, and she told them, this is what happened. Is this true? And they said, no, that's a scam. No, thank goodness you called. That's not us. That's a kind of a classic example of what we're seeing these days in the scam territory, at least. Someone comes to your door. They tell you, we're providing such and such service. All your neighbors are using us. You can sign up today. It's really important to feel okay saying, not yet, ask some questions, maybe ask around your neighbors, are their claims true?
She also stresses the significance of planning for future decisions about financial affairs to prevent other instances of financial exploitation.
In our state, having some kind of a will, having a healthcare proxy document, and having a financial power of attorney are all really important documents to have. Get them signed, get them witnessed, make multiple copies, keep a copy for yourself, share them with your loved ones, and that will really protect you should you get to that point where someone needs to represent your interests.
If you or someone you know encounters abuse, it's crucial not to hesitate to report it. By doing so, you bring awareness to local senior centers and law enforcement, enabling them to take action to prevent further harm.
I think sometimes it's misconstrued that the abuse blaming the victim, and we never want our seniors to feel like that they can't report it because it's their fault.
It's so important to report. There's so many ways to report, and you can both mitigate the damage that might be happening to you as a result, and you may be able to help others.
We notify seniors about potential scams that we are notified from, whether it's the police department or our local sheriff's office, even sometimes in the local CVS or Walgreens. I have spoke to the managers, and they are very aware of if a potential senior comes in and they're buying a lot of gift cards, because that's a sure sign that they may be targeting for abuse, or maybe buying them, to send to someone. So I think that's a good way of, all collaborating together to protect our seniors.
Identifying abuse can be challenging, but there are signs and symptoms to look out for. The Department of Justice website provides a list of red flags for all types of elder abuse. At the same time, approaching someone you suspect is struggling with abuse can also be difficult. Learners suggest several ways to check on their well-being.
Of course, it can be daunting or uncomfortable to walk up to them and say, are you being abused? But you can say, how are you, right? And you can say, what kind of day are you having today? You can say, is there anything I can do for you today? Have you seen your son in a while? Have you gotten to the grocery store lately? There are other questions you can ask to kind of test general wellness if you're concerned. You can also take it a step further and maybe a little less direct. You can always call your local police department, the non-emergency number, and ask them to do a wellness check. If you haven't seen someone that you're used to seeing, an elder neighbor in the community, or you're otherwise concerned about a senior.
To report elder abuse, you can contact the 24/7 statewide elder abuse hotline at 800-922-2275. Additionally, the center at Heights, Needham's local senior center, offers social workers who can help file reports with Springwell, the aging service access point assigned to cases in Needham. They also provide educational materials on abuse prevention. Hebrew Senior Life, a nonprofit organization affiliated with Harvard Medical School, operates the only abuse shelter program for seniors in Massachusetts. Other services they offer include care management, legal advocacy, financial planning, and trauma-informed counseling. You can visit their website for more information. For Needham Channel News, I'm Yu Xiaoyuan.